Hello and welcome back to yet another video. Today we'll be discussing Jayson Tatum's amazing and incredible performance. And yes, no need to worry, we'll be telling you lots about his career too. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. You may now put an end to any and all debates about Jayson Tatum's status as an NBA superstar. There's little doubt that the Celtics star has pushed himself and his performance to the league's elite status. Now let's take a look at Jayson Tatum's overall career. Jayson Christopher Tatum was born on March 3, 1998 in St. Louis, Missouri and raised there. In Creve Coeur, Missouri, he was enrolled in Chaminade College Preparatory School. Tatum was selected Co-Player of the Year in the 2013 Metro Catholic Conference after averaging 13.3 points and 6.4 rebounds as a freshman. It was the beginnings of something extraordinary when Tatum led the Red Devils to MCC and Missouri District titles. Tatum averaged a startling 26 points and 11 rebounds as a sophomore. He then took things to a new level in his junior year. Tatum scored 25.9 points, 11.7 rebounds, and 3.4 assists a game, earning himself the second-team Naismith Trophy All-American honors, one of the most acclaimed trophies in college basketball. Tatum chose the St. Louis Eagles AAU team to join on the Nike Elite Youth Basketball League circuit in the summer of 2015, which was extremely challenging. After a spectacular buzzer-beater game victory against Team CP3 and future college colleague Harry Giles, Tatum led the squad to the final game. However, despite Tatum's incredible performance in the finals, the Eagles were defeated by the Georgia Stars and Wendell Carter Jr. Despite the tragic end, Tatum had a fantastic season, leading the league in scoring, 26.5 points per game, and rebounding, 9.5 rebounds per game. Tatum had previously had offers from Duke, Kentucky, and the University of North Carolina teams, all of which are strong college basketball teams. Tatum made a verbal agreement with Duke prior to his senior year and joined Coach K there. In his senior year, he went all out and was one of the top players in the country. Tatum was a five-star athlete who was ranked third in the country after Duke teammates Josh Jackson and Harry Giles. Tatum was also selected as the 2016 Gatorade Player of the Year, adding to his young but already impressive career. Unfortunately, due to a foot injury, Jayson Tatum missed the first 8 matches of his college career, but on December 3, 2016, he eventually made his college debut, scoring 10 points in a 94-55 win over Maine. Tatum was selected as the ACC Freshman of the Week on December 12, 2016, then 2 months later, on February 13, 2016, he was chosen as the ACC Freshman of the Week again. Furthermore, on February 18, 2018, the Blue Devils made it to the 5th seed in the ACC tournament and Duke to the championship game. And this was all because of none other than Jayson Tatum. Also, Tatum ensured that the work was done this time by hitting 19 points and 8 rebounds in a win over Notre Dame on March 11th of the same year, earning the ACC Tournament Championship trophy for the Blue Devils. Now that we've discussed lots about Tatum's college career, let's take a look at his recent NBA success. Jayson Tatum is among the most un-rookie of rookies in the history of the NBA. That is to say, his body and performing style look like they belong to a 5th or 6th year athlete in the prime of his career. Tatum was already a good mid-range player, but his league-best three-point shooting, terrific defense, and excellent rebounding have made him an easy choice for Coach Stevens to begin every game without hesitation. Jayson Tatum's remarkable all-around scoring skills at the age of 19 implied he had the potential to become one of the NBA's finest offensive players one day. Tatum continues to rise to the occasion in every situation, and his recent spectacular game against the Brooklyn Nets was possibly his greatest yet. Tatum was the best player on the court once again in a big game for Boston on the national stage. Tatum was the best player of the lot on a day when both Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving were on the court at TD Garden. With an astounding 54 points, he led the Celtics to a hard-fought 126-120 victory. Tatum was unstoppable, scoring on 16 of his 30 attempts from the field. Even though half of his points came from downtown, Tatum used his variety of moves to outdo Durant and his teammates down the line and led Boston to a thrilling victory. Whether it was hitting contested threes or fracturing ankles on his way to the cup, Tatum was unstoppable in the crunch time. Tatum was looking to win or make a play that put somebody in green in a scoring position, regardless of who was defending him. He only had 3 assists in the game, but he read Brooklyn's defense like a book, taking advantage of double teams to initiate some great ball control for the Celtics. As the Nets made things interesting, he scored 18 of his points in the fourth quarter. Tatum never bowed to the pressure of the challenge in front of him, even in a close game against 2 of the league's most lethal scorers on the opposing side. He put the Celtics on his back and led them to their 3rd consecutive victory. "When you kind of get in that zone, the basket just seems a little bit bigger," Tatum stated after his tremendous performance. "You feel just a little bit better about yourself getting to your spots. Ultimately, I was just trying to make the right play." The greatest concern that everyone had regarding Tatum was whether or not he could lead this squad. Since January, Tatum and the Celtics have answered for all the doubters a resounding yes. Tatum and the Celtics have elevated things to a whole new level. No one doubted Tatum's potential to put the ball in the hoop, but his bad shooting early in the season made some worried that the rising star was under too much pressure. Tatum's historic 50-point game capped off a remarkable week for the young NBA superstar. It started with the 33-point performance against the Atlanta Hawks, in which he outscored Trae Young, 31 points. On the following Thursday night, he scored 37 points in a bucket-for-bucket matchup with Grizzlies' Ja Morant, 38 points. Then by outdueling Durant, he completed a perfect 3-for-3 week for Boston. Tatum defeated 3 players who are all NBA players. He is now part of the conversation, and a unique player who doesn't come around very often. Tatum tied Larry Bird for the most 50-point games in franchise history with his performance against Durant and the Nets. Tatum, who recently turned 24, will soon have the chance to prove he's the next Celtics superstar. If there is, the Boston All-Star is unconcerned. On offense, he outplayed Durant and held his own on defense, despite Durant's 37 points. Tatum ensured that the ball went in one way or the other whenever Boston required a bucket down the stretch. As a competitor, these are the kinds of moments that as a kid you dream about and look forward to. When those opportunities come, you try to make the most of them, he said. After the game, when asked what the change was, Irving simply responded, "Jayson Tatum." As the two shared the post-game podium, Jaylen Brown described his teammate as unstoppable. The performance impressed Ime Udoka, but he wasn't stunned by what he saw. The Celtics have grown to expect these types of performances from number 0. Tatum is no longer merely a scorer, but an all-around player who steadily approaches his potential. "He's been doing this his whole life, man, ever since he got here," said Marcus Smart. "He's reading the game the right way. He's letting the game come to him and he's picking the spots, doing what he does. So for us and for Jayson, his growth is very, very important, and he's been showing not just himself, but also us and everybody in the world that he knows what he wants to work on, and he's doing it. He's playing the game a lot smarter, and it's showing." Tatum has more than lived up to his beginning role with the Boston Celtics, who are in contention for the NBA championship title. Because Ime Udoka can play Tatum at shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, the forward out of Duke is the most valuable asset for the Celtics. We'll know if Tatum can inspire the Celtics when it means the most, as we're entering the NBA Finals. Tatum and the Celtics are currently on a hot streak, so there's reason to believe he'll be capable of doing so. So guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. See you in my next video. Till then, take care.